Hello, it's me and I'm here at the Crumbs Doilies shop in Soho, and it's a beautiful day outside because spring has finally sprung. And one of the best things about spring is Easter, which means you can get loads of cool stuff like eggs and chicks and bunnies, but also hot cross buns. And I'm going to show you guys how to make hot cross bun cupcakes. Let's go. So this recipe is going to be enough for 24 big cupcakes, and if that's too many for you, you can halve this recipe and it will work perfectly fine. So I'm going to start by putting 250 grams of self-raising flour into my mixing bowl through a sieve. And then we're going to add a half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, a quarter of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 3/4 of a teaspoon of mixed spice, and then I've got 200 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of dark soft brown sugar. I'm just going to whack them in as well. And just push it through the sieve using a spatula. Oh, cinnamon. Okay, so next I'm going to add 270 grams of unsalted butter, which is nice and soft. And then one of the most important things in a hot cross bun is the fruit. And so I have got some mixed peel here, which has been candied. And it's like all yummy and sweet. I've got 35 grams of that. I'm going to pop that in the bowl. And then I've got some currants. So these are little dried currants, and I've soaked these in ginger ale, which I heated up. You can soak it in warm water or warm orange juice. It does help if the liquid's warm. So I just soaked those and then I measured 25 grams. I'm going to pop those in as well. And lastly, I'm just going to add 4 large free-range eggs. And I'm just going to whack that on the mixer for about 30 seconds until it's all really well combined. Right, so once it's had about 30 seconds mixing quite fast, you just need to add 3 tablespoons of whole milk and half a tablespoon of golden syrup. And then just turn it up to a medium speed and mix that for about another 60 seconds. Okay, my batter's ready. So now all that remains is to scoop it into some cupcake cases. So I've got my 2 trays and I've lined them with paper cases. And you know, I like my spoons. So I'm gonna spoon these away. So now I'm just going to bake these at 170 degrees C for about 22 minutes or until they're nice and springy to the touch. My cakes are out of the oven, and so now I'm going to get on with making my buttercream. And I'm going to make a buttercream which is flavoured with Angostura Bitters, mainly because I feel the flavour of this really reminds me of hot cross buns. It is alcoholic and it's mainly used in cocktails, and if you can't find it or if you don't want to use it, don't despair. Vanilla buttercream will work just as well, so just replace this with vanilla extract. So I'm going to start with 300 grams of unsalted softened butter. So pop that in my bowl. And then I'm going to beat that for about 5 minutes until it's really pale and fluffy. That's looking really good. So it's now time to add the icing sugar, and I have 675 grams of sifted icing sugar, which I'm going to add in 2 stages, and I'm going to beat for a couple of minutes in between each stage. So my icing's been whipping now for a few minutes, so now it's time to add the milk. And I've got some whole milk here. I'm gonna add 3 or 4 tablespoons while it's going around on a low speed. And I'm also going to add my Angostura Bitters, and you can use vanilla, like I said, if you didn't want to use this, but I'm gonna add about 1/8 of a teaspoon right in the mixture. Right, that looks perfect and it smells really good. It's got a faint whiff of hot cross buns about it. So now I'm gonna just keep some of it aside, just a little bowl full, and I'll show you what to do with that later because then I'm gonna colour the rest of it. So just grab a spoonful. And now I'm gonna colour this, and I want to kind of recreate the colour of a nice toasty hot cross bun. So I've got some dark brown here and then a little bit of orange. And I'm just going to add some of that straight into the bowl to kind of recreate that hot cross bun colour. So just mix that thoroughly, and if you need to add any more colour, just keep on going until you think you've got the right colour. Right, I think this is just about right. It's gone nice and kind of toasty. So I'm just now going to have a little bit of a clear up, and then I'm going to show you how to ice these guys. I've got everything I need in front of me. So the first thing I'm going to do is ice these cakes with this lovely toast coloured buttercream. So just grab yourself a palette knife. You can do it with a piping bag if you want. I want something a little bit smoother. So I've iced my cupcakes with a nice toasty base, and now I'm going to do the stripe. Now that is why I saved some of this white buttercream before we coloured it all, so that's ready to go. But I need to make a special kind of nozzle, and for that I'm going to use a regular piping bag and some masking tape. I'm just going to wrap the tip of this bag with the masking tape, and that's going to make the end super firm, so it's not going to go all kind of round. And I'm going to cut the end off about 1.5 centimeters down from the top. And I'm going to put my icing in there, and that's going to create a really nice flat ribbon shape when I pipe it through. Just give it a little twist at the top. And then using your special homemade nozzle, just pipe really straight as you can lines, going from one side to the other and then across over the top. So there it is, the hot cross bun cupcake. Almost as good as the real hot cross bun, but in some ways better because it's a cupcake. I hope you have fun making it, and if you like this video and you want to see more videos by me, then subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link up there. There's a new video every Thursday, so I will see you next Thursday. Bye!